welcome to the experience where we are shooting Nercular Warfare, the most epic debate game that has drawn on all of your nerdy knowledge. It will explode your brain because it's not what you think is going to happen. There's no just making sense pairings for this. It is all about people's ability to argue their point, whether what they're arguing is true or not. They can get away with it. They just might be winning Nerdcular Warfare. Let's bring on our contestants. We have a really rare gameplay this week. Everyone has played before, so it means it should be pretty epic because they know how to get ridiculousness and how to get my points. So, the game today is called To the Victor Go the Spoils. What you're going to be handed today is going to be 2 movies that are associated with huge spoilers. You get to use their cast, and then I'm going to give you a scenario. Your scenario is going to be another very spoilery thing that you have to accomplish. The idea of this game this week is to try to do all of this without spoiling anything. Have fun. To that end, we're going to introduce all of our contestants that have experience. Let's start with Kyle.
I'm Kyle. I am the executive producer of The Experience, which is a fun title that means I get to do all of the stressful stuff all the hours of the day. You can find me at _EXP or the EXP, all the places where you would find The Experience. And then I am separately on TikTok at conversion_box. I do not make creative content, and I'm boring to watch.
Like how you're selling yourself. That's perfect. Adam Ball.
What up, everybody? I am Adam Ball. Been here once before. I am self-described as a pop culture dork whose best friend is a cat. And that pretty much says everything about me.
That's perfect. How about you, Andrew?
I am Andrew. I am the general manager of Up and Away Comics here in Cincinnati, Ohio, title of MODOK. We also have a TikTok account at Up and Away Comics. We are trying to be creative, but I fail miserably. But yeah, I'm excited to be here and do another match.
I follow them. It's one less thirst trap on my page.
All right, Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I am a Toledo firefighter by day and a nerd by night and also day. So this is right up my alley. I played once before, had a great time, and I'm looking forward to the spoilers tonight. Or the no spoilers.
Oh, yeah. So Andrew's a 3-peater, correct?
4. This is my 4th time.
Oh.
This is my 3rd time since it became a show and like my 5th time ever. And I'm confident in saying I've never won, and I've won less rounds than games I've played.
How many people have actually won here?
I took 2nd, so I'm going for 1st today. We'll see.
Perfect.
All right, I'm going for you, Andrew.
I usually give like a gift certificate, but no one ever uses them, so I'm going to make people take something cool. So this is the original blind box from Aftershock. It has a 9/8 slab in it, a bunch of number 1s, a signed comic book, special books inside, and it's about 1 billion pounds. So per pound, this would be the best prize ever given here. All right. So we're going to get you guys paired up for your first round. It's going to be Andrew and Adam. For Andrew, your first spoilery movie is Fight Club. Adam, your first spoilery movie is Spartacus. Andrew, your second spoilery movie is Moon. And Adam, your second is Sixth Sense. So you get to use your entire cast.
I missed everything. My internet went out.
Oh no! So, Adam, you've got Spartacus and the Sixth Sense.
Okay,
Your opponent has Fight Club and Moon.
I caught that.
Okay. So, here's your scenario. You're trying to throw a surprise party. This could be very much spoiled. So try your best to argue why you could actually do this and your opponents could not. Okay. We're going to start with Andrew. He's got the first position there. Here's your first minute. Go.
So we're trying to get a surprise party going on for my characters that I've got. And as we know, anybody... You hit your timer. Ooh, I'm liking this. I'm getting extra time. So our characters are going to be able to be throwing a party for that one special person. It's going to be actually very easy for my cast because, well, it's technically one person, but with multiple personalities or multiple versions of themselves to be able to do this. So the ones will be able to keep secrets from the other ones quite efficiently, especially when it comes to Sam Rockwell's character, because he just gets a new one every now and then. So that'll be easy to do. And we're going to be planning this party at a different location. So there'll be little clues head around as to who needs to go where. But, each person's going to forget it as they walk up to the spot and be like, oh, well, there's another clue for the party. We're going to take that. And then, of course, Tyler's going to bring all the good explosives into the party. And we're going to be able to clean up nicely as well, which will be nice because Sam Rockwell's been up by himself in space for ever. So it won't be too bad. We'll be able to be hygienic. It'll go off with a bang, and it'll just be a general good time for all at the party.
Perfect. Okay, Adam.
In a world with Spartacus and the Sixth Sense. I gotta remember who played Spartacus. But it doesn't matter. Spartacus and Bruce Willis have gone out, and they will do what they can. They've been friends forever. They know all kinds of different gladiators. They need to get them all together. For what? A surprise party! What kind of surprise party? I don't know. Let's find out. Coming from director M. Night Shyamalan. Wonderful, wonderful twists and turns. With Spartacus, Bruce Willis, and the kid from Kingdom Hearts 3, who's no longer a kid, and Haley Joel Osment, dressed right there. So, what will happen? Cake? Candles? Blood.
You kill me. Andrew.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, first and foremost, like I said, oh, Jesus, because, Spartacus is coming to the party, which does actually imply that we're needing the baby Jesus to go along with us. And you're right. You are going to get Bruce Willis, but he's not going to be able to do anything because, he can't pick up and go interact with objects due to his condition in that film. And how many people are coming to your surprise party? Because remember, everybody is Spartacus, so I hope you've got a big hall for yours, which is nice because my party only needs room for 4. I don't know if you count personalities, you might need room for a couple more, but still, mine's going to be nice, contained. It's going to be very easy for not anybody to know what's going on because they're going to talk amongst themselves, which is very easy to do. They can do that in a mirror. So you're going to have to book a Catholic church, whereas I can get away with a minor, a small little hall for my people and with my party.
All right, Adam.
So, I know that you said I'm going to have to book a big event, like some sort of place, the hall or whatever. That's right. We will book the Coliseum, and it will be filled with all kinds of competitors. And Bruce Willis has talked to them all, and you may have tried to figure out, what does this mean? What is it? And we haven't gotten to the spoiler yet. So, Spartacus will go travel the countryside? Sure, the countryside. And he will talk to Spartacus's stepbrother, thrice removed cousin's uncle, Hercules, because it's not Hercules. That's completely different. So they will all show up, and everybody's in the seats. But what is the twist? the surprise party's for Spartacus because he's the only one there. Because everybody else is dead.
All right, let's score this round. Kyle.
I need a point of clarification on the rules.
Okay.
Were we supposed to spoil these movies in our argument?
Wasn't sure.
We were trying not to, but I
Then,
don't care.
if we weren't, Adam gets the point because he did not.
No.
Yeah, I gotta go with Kyle on that one. I agree with Kyle. Go with Adam. Rather.
Andrew spoiled all 4 movies.
I didn't realize I'd be going up against movie theater guy.
Oh my word. Okay. I'm actually gonna give my point to Andrew because he actually knew the character names he was using. Adam only lost his point because he's never, even in the breaks, could figure out Spartacus who played Spartacus.
Wasn't it everyone?
Using technology.
I even looked it up. Like, you think I would remember?
Oh, but a million points for making me laugh so hard. All right, let's bring up our other pair, Tanner and Kyle, for this round. All right, so the scenario stays the same. You're trying to say you can throw the best surprise party, and successfully so. All right, Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
Your first movie cast is for The Crying Game.
Okay.
Okay. Kyle, your first cast is from Arrival. Not to be confused with The Arrival. Okay. Tanner, your second cast is Book of Eli. Then Kyle, your second cast is Tenet. Kyle's mad now. All right, looks like Tanner leads us off for this round.
All right, let's do it.
Oh,
All right, so we got Denzel Washington from the Book of Eli. The dude obviously is great at storytelling. I mean, you've seen the book he carries around. Who knows what's in that thing? Only him, but don't worry, he's going to tell you about it, and he's an expert about it, and he wants to tell you. I mean, the way that he draws Mila Kunis in the movie can be connected to the surprise party. He's going to have that magnetic attraction that's going to bring people and want to keep them there. Then we're going to switch looking at the Crying Games with the main character being Dill. Good at keeping secrets, clearly, as we know from the movie. And that's going to help with the planning aspect. Well, Denzel Washington is going to be entertainment and kind of bring people in. He's got cool gun tricks and things like that, as we've seen in the movie. Dill can focus on planning and keeping the secrets of the party and everything. So we have a nice rounded construction team for this party. And I think that's really what's going to set it over the top.
well said. Kyle.
So in terms of spoilers, I can't spoil your movie because I've never seen either movie, which is about what most of America has done. So let's talk about the actors who were in these movies. Can you name any of the actors who are in Tenet who aren't named Batman or Kenneth Branagh? No. How about the movie Arrival? Because apparently there are 7 called Arrival, and you have to pick the one you want. One of them is Hawkeye, and the other one is the guy who wasn't the guy in The Matrix. But beyond that, it's kind of tough. So, like, to plan a surprise party with a bunch of people nobody knows is pretty easy. It's like inviting randos off the street to a party and saying, don't tell the person who the party is for. It's not like they know who they're coming to see anyway. So it's super easy to keep a secret when there's nobody to tell. So my goal is just going to be to take all of these no-name people.
We do have them. We just don't have them up here.
What do you have to say about that, Tanner? Oh, you're muted.
Unmute.
Shoot. I'm not even going to worry about my party. This is a big flex moment here. I've already explained why mine's the best. I'm going to tell you why his is going to be just incomprehensible, because that's what the movies are about, okay? Without ruining any spoilers, nobody's going to understand anything from the cast of Arrival. That's the point of the movie. So you're going to be sitting in this party not knowing what's going on. So unless you're incredibly high, that is going to be a waste of your time. Secondly, switching the Tenet, also, that movie's supposed to be comprehensible, but it's not. So nobody's going to understand that either. The twist being nobody understood what they just watched. And not only that, you have the whole like time aspect of it. How would you feel when you walk into a party and then you instantly walk out of it? Like, that's the worst party ever. So I don't even see how there's a comparison. You have Denzel Washington doing gun tricks and reading out of the Bible. And then you have...
So at least the Book of Eli had a plot that made sense to human people, which means people could follow along with what you're doing. And while none of the other movies in this round did, it's going to make it easy when you just follow the religious cult leader to the party. Like, people are going to follow it and they're going to know what's happening. It's not going to be a surprise. It's going to look like a cult meeting. So at least in my movie, or at least in my party, you're going to have Amy Adams. Now, which Amy Adams? The Amy Adams that's great, like from Night at the Museum 2, or Amy Adams that's not great from like when she was on The Office. So it's kind of hard to tell who you're getting when you come to my party, because also Forrest Whitaker, who is not the guy who was in The Matrix, like I thought he was maybe the guy who was in The Matrix, but he's the guy who's not in The Matrix.
I think that ends the round, correct? Oh man. Rip them apart, Andrew. Go.
Okay, this is... I love you both. I want to say that. I love you both. Tanner, Eli was blind.
Yeah. Yes.
You just said he read the book.
But he still read the book. I mean, that was the whole...
He memorized. He had memorized.
Right.
I got to give you my point, though, because I have no idea what Kyle's point was. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea what Kyle's point was.
Neither did the people who made Tenet.
That's very true.
That's very true, but I got to give it to Tanner, man. Oh, man. All four of those movies suck.
I like the Arrival. I'll be honest. I like that.
I've never even heard of Arrival.
I confused it with the Natalie Portman movie.
Oh, the
was
other
that
one.
The Arrival or Arrivaling?
Yeah, what you need.
It wasn't until you mentioned Amy Adams that I knew what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. You absolutely should watch that movie if you haven't watched it yet.
Yes.
Adam.
Kyle, buddy, pal, booby.
Is that a...
I gotta give it to Tanner. Dude knew what he was talking about. Like, yours was more of like Siskel and Ebert came to Nercular Warfare, and I'm not even sure what the hell that was about, bud. But it was entertaining.
We're two different.
So, Tanner,
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
7, 9.
I think it is the first time we've ever had someone try to successfully argue that they didn't, that the people that were in the movies that they had were boring, and therefore it didn't count.
You didn't come to win, did you?
I'm going to give my point to Kyle just because he was handicapped with two movies he'd never seen and then made some kind of comprehensible argument for 2 whole minutes.
Miss Jen, this is the second game I've played where you're giving me these 2 movies that I've never seen.
Really?
Yes.
It just, I don't give them to you. They just line up, right? Because I have the list.
Well, that's
already.
fair. The fates hate me, is basically what we're learning.
All right, we're going to reassemble here. The next round is going to be Andrew and Tanner. So you have a new scenario for this round. You are still going to be given impossibly spoilery movies to argue with, but what you're going to be doing, is you're going to try to be a good
Welcome in.
guest on a show where they're going to be giving you your paternity results. Think Mari Povich.
Okay.
I expect lots of fights, I guess. Okay, so Andrew's first movie is Soylent Green.
We close here in about 2 minutes.
Okay. And Tanner, you've got the movie Saw. Okay. Then Andrew, you've got Knives Out.
Hey, that's everything's.
And Tanner, you've got Unbreakable. Okay. It's Andrew leading us out for this round.
And you want to receipt today?
Ready? It's you.
All right, so we're heading into this show. I don't really know why my characters are going into this show. They were all called in for some weird and mysterious circumstances that we're not really quite sure of. So we're going to lead off with the cast from Soylent Green as they're all walking in. They're a little hungry, they didn't get their full dinner today, but that's okay. The promised craft services towards the end, followed quickly by most of the cast from Knives Out, because some of them are preoccupied with other things, with sweaters and all. So what we're trying to do is go through there and find out if there's any issues with Truthin going through on this, and we're going to sit down and about that time, we see the great Maury Povich come out and announce that some woman has announced that we're all the fathers of her baby, single baby somehow, and we all have to do a paternity test of all 750 of us, which is going to be very interesting to say the least.
Tanner?
Who is the father? Lawrence Gordon from Saw or Elijah from Unbreakable? Stay tuned to find out. Well, here's the facts. We truly don't know, but these two individuals don't want to be there. I guarantee you. Lawrence Gordon is probably chained to the chair as he would be in Saw, and Elijah can't leave because he's not in a wheelchair. So they're both kind of trapped there, stuck, having to find out who's going to be deemed the father. To try to get out of the situation, Elijah is going to use mental warfare to try to get into Lawrence's head, while Lawrence is trying to figure out who has trapped them there. Where is this mysterious game maker, right? Because this is all some elaborate game, obviously, and no spoilers, but he's probably in the room somewhere. Keep your eyes out. So we're going to have this heated debate that's going to begin, and it's going to continue after Andrew's next little session here. But it's going to begin with a verbal debate, starting with Elijah.
Oh, cliffhanger. Andrew.
Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be a verbal debate. We're all going to be arguing and saying who is and who is not, and who has and who hasn't slept with this one woman. So Maury is, of course, going to have to be the ringleader and the breaker-upper of the fights from the untruthins that's going on. And he's going to start calling down through the list. And he's going to say, you are not the father. You are not the father. And every time he says you are not the father, most of us go, yes, I told you. And of course, the woman's going to get mad, throw a chair. We're going to have fights. The Klansmen are going to walk across the place for some unknown reason. I don't know where they came from. Probably Jerry Springer next door. But we're all going to be sitting there, and it's all going to be coming down to who is and who's not. We're down to the last two people. We've got Charlton Heston in this corner, and we've got Daniel Craig in this corner. And while she's secretly hoping that it's going to be Daniel Craig's kid, sorry, he is not the father. And then all of a sudden, Heston is going to come up and be, but people!
Tanner.
Okay, so as I was saying, Elijah is going to try to manipulate the audience and the host to try to get everybody on his side. Obviously, he's not the father. He's got glass bones. How could he procreate, right? And then Lawrence Gordon is really doesn't care about the game. Is trying to escape before he gets his head crushed in by a bear trap or something like that. And slowly, as this unfolds, it starts seeming kind of odd, kind of calculated, as if Elijah isn't really sweating this at all. I wonder why that could be. Come to find out, Elijah has orchestrated all this. This was just a ruse to get his doctor, Lawrence Gordon, in one spot for him, right? And then to humiliate him in front of all of the masses. So that is when the fight is going to break out. Lawrence Gordon, breaking out of his chains, is going to lunge at Elijah, who's obviously calculated this, and has audience members that are going to intervene, stopping it.
It's awesome. We're going to grade this round. I don't know, y'all. That's a tough one.
Adam?
All right. So, what I really wanted Tanner's to end with is Lawrence had to cut his leg off because he didn't want to be the father that much. And then the real father was laying on the middle of the floor. That's what I wanted. And because I didn't get that, Andrew, you get my point.
I can't disagree with that reasoning. However, I thought Tanner's argument had the stronger foundation.
True.
But Andrew's had more references that I understood. So I'm going to go with the premise of what the argument could have been and vote for Tanner.
Okay. You just assume he finished his statement and finished the round with a bang, huh?
I'm going to vote that he had set himself up to win if he had had 7 more seconds.
It's all about timing, though.
Well, he's going for the possibles there, huh? I'm going to award my point to Tanner because I feel like I was drawn into his telling of the tale, and I kind of want to watch that movie. Especially with a cliffhanger for the first round. I was like, well, what happens next?
Yeah.
So, well argued. And plus, start writing the screenplay.
I'm on it.
All right, let's pull up Adam and Kyle. Okay, Adam, your first movie is 7. Kyle, for the love of all things, I hope you've seen Gone Girl. Adam, your second cast is Split. And Kyle, your second cast is The Game. I can see the quizzical looks. There's been some of these that people haven't seen. This will be a fun argument then. All right, this one gets let out by Adam.
Well, before we get, I must have forgotten. Is this another surprise party, or what's the situation?
Yep, this one is the results of a paternity test.
Excellent.
So for you to decide whether they want to hear this or don't. But
Gotcha.
Ready? I go.
Today on Maury, we've got 5 sins. Which one is the father? Each sin has more than one personality. Who did it? Is it sloth? Is it gluttony? Is it, the other 5? Who knows? We'll find out. We've got Gluttony behind the stage right now with the headphones on. So, Sloth, what do you think? So, I don't think that I'm the father because, Well, let's find out from Gluttony. I'm so fucking hungry right now. Like, all I need to do... I am the beast! I am Gluttony!
As my ears stop ringing, I'm going to bring you over to PBS. And this is Finding Your Roots. I'm not Dr. Henry Louis Gates Jr. This show is presented by 23andMe, and we're going to find out who your ancestors are, starting with your father. Now, I look at the people it could be. Michael Douglas, He's got like 75 kids who are all more successful than the last. Sean Penn, who probably has like 75 kids because have you seen Sean Penn? And then James Rebhorn, who is literally perfect father material. But on the other side, can you imagine if Neil Patrick Harris was your father? That would be the best. He does magic. He's the president of the Magic Castle. Or Tyler Perry, because then you get a father and a mother, and your mother's also your grandmother, and it's Medea. Or, I don't know, Ben Affleck. We all saw how he was with the kid in Jay and Silent Bob 2.
Adam, question mark?
Welcome back to the show. So, during this time, we've spoken to Envy. Yeah, I was just, I don't think it's necessarily me because, I wanted it to be me, but I just couldn't get to it. So we went ahead and talked to Lust. Lust, was it you? Oh, God. I'm not the father, but I want to be. So we went and talked to Wrath. Wrath, do you know who the Beast is? Of course I do who the Beast is. The Beast Man. I could be the father, but that baby ain't mine. So, at the end of the show, we went to the paternity test to find out who is the father. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Pride. Pride, you are the father. I'm the father. I'm the father.
I'm just kind of gross.
Did you say my name? I can't hear.
Yes.
Once my ears stop ringing, I'm going to remind you that this is PBS and we keep it down in the library, sir. And I would say that is also the mood of both of these movies. The thing about it is that do we really care at this point about the paternity? All we care about is, which one of you are descendants of Holocaust survivors, or which ones of you are, descendants of great leaders in England or Europe. And because this is PBS and that's how we get money. I would just like to point out that no one in either cast of either movie has ever been canceled on my movies. So I feel like that's a pretty good argument in favor of picking me. But I've also never seen these movies.
I may never have laughed so hard in a round in all my life, but there have been some pretty good rounds in these games. So, all right, your feedback.
Kyle, man, I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt, but once you started listing off Gone Girl characters, it was pretty clear you didn't know the movie. I was like, all right, he didn't know this one either.
I thought it was the one with John Krasinski's wife.
Oh, no, definitely not. Give it a watch, though. You'll be disturbed. Adam, on the other hand, you managed to take what I thought was going to be some boring characters and make it into very interesting. That was a different take on Seven that I didn't think that I wanted, but I definitely do. I need that movie to be made. So I'm going to give my point to Adam.
Okay. Andrew.
What's that ringing noise? I can't. Kyle, you dude, I want to give you the point. I really want to give you the point. It's not just because of the fact that I think I need to replace my AirPods because they might be busted. But with Pride winning and his all happy about it, dude, it's got to go to Adam for that, man. That was you set it up, you put it on the tee, you blew all of us away, quite literally, and then you knocked it out of there. Yeah, PBS, baby. Took it down to that slow, nice voice. No, that was great. Mass props on doing all the voices on that dude. That was insane. Yeah, Adam gets the point.
Kyle.
I'm going to give Adam your point.
What?
I'm going to give Adam your point.
You came out of my point. Thank you. Yeah, Adam just showed us master class round of playing this game.
I don't want to play with him anymore.
Could I maybe in the next round have a movie I've seen ever?
I hope so. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, no,
Probably not.
Probably not. All right. We're getting to our third round, which matches up Andrew with Kyle. So, your new scenario, my friends, is that you have been on a reality TV show as a contestant. You were kicked off early. You don't want your family to know, and you're also in a contract not to tell. But you really wanna. Can you keep the secret? All right. So, Kyle, your first cast is for the usual suspects. Got my fingers crossed for you, man. Andrew, yours is Memento. Kyle, your other cast is Interstellar. And Andrew, you have the cast of The Village. Okay. Remember, you are reality TV show contestant who got booted off early, but isn't supposed to tell. Can you keep your trap shut? We'll see if these groups can. All right, leading out is Kyle. Go.
You don't cross the family. And in the usual suspects, like literally, if you cross any of these people, like real life or in the film, you're dead. Like, I don't know about you, but I do not want to cross Chaz Palminteri. Like, even like looking at him funny in line for a soft pretzel at a convention. So, like, just throwing that out there. And Kevin Pollak, who is the voice of all the other people you want to kill and who could kill you, and Giancarlo Esposito, who is like, I don't know, the most badass Sith ever. But let's head over to the Interstellar cast. Can I bring it up that Matt Damon and Casey Affleck are both from places where they actually had to deal with the mob growing up. And Topher Grace has been hiding the secret of its talent his entire life until recently. So if we're going to keep a secret about being voted off of a reality show, these are the people who do it, because these are people who don't open their mouth to save their own lives.
Andrew!
I'm fine. And I don't want to tell you what's going on, but we're good. So we're still having fun, but on a bit of a break to try and figure out how we're going to continue. How I'm going to finish the show with the red thing that we don't really want to. Yeah, that the demon in the back has been making my life kind of hard to go through. But I'm fine. So it will all work out in the end, I'm sure, because we're still having fun on the show, and that's truly what's important with Joaquin Phoenix with us here. It's good we're on a bit of a break.
Kyle.
Speaking of hiding, not telling anyone that they're not talented, Joaquin Phoenix. But no, so on the other side of this, right, we have the usual suspects. The lead of that movie, Roger Clint is Kevin Spacey, who literally can't tell anyone that he's been voted off the show because no one will talk to him anymore. Who's he going to tell? And then, like Benicio del Toro, his accent is so thick no one would understand him. Like, so I feel like we're safe on this side until we get down to Clark Gregg, who has been keeping the secrets of the greatest writer of our generation in Aaron Sorkin since the beginning. But over on Interstellar, Matthew McConaughey is an expert in hiding his weed. He can keep a secret. And Anne Hathaway never stays on one topic long enough, so she'll never spill. This is super easy. It gets to Michael Caine, who like was in MI6 at one point, so that's not a problem either.
Andrew.
So I'm fine because we've. I don't know what "find Kyle" means, but that just appeared. That's kind of strange. So we still have Joaquin Phoenix, and he's coming around with us, and we're really trying to whoever it is, it's his fault. Maybe it's Joaquin's fault. I'm not sure what's going on. All I know is I can't tell that we're on a bit of a break, but something has happened that I'm not sure what's going on. But we've got the red thing, and things have been going great because we're still having fun. Are you Kyle? Are you Kyle?
Oh my gosh! I'm so scared right now. I got a costume change. I love it. Adam.
So I've got to say that at first I didn't understand what Andrew was doing, and it took me a minute, and then I totally got it. So from that aspect, I really enjoyed what he was doing. With Kyle, I get what he was doing as well, along the lines of just explaining how everybody can keep secrets, but I think the whole point was they weren't allowed to give the secrets, right? So he was just explaining the twist the whole time. So, Kyle, I can't give it to you. I'm going to go with Andrew. I'm sorry, bud.
Okay.
I'm going to differ on that a bit. I'm actually going to go with Kyle. I'm not sure he was really giving the twists away. He was sticking more to the actors even as opposed to the characters. I really liked what you were doing. The first round, I really thought I was going to go with Andrew. I liked the bit he was doing. I thought it was hilarious. And then it kind of got stale, and you didn't progress your argument because you were so stuck on the bit. Whereas Kyle, although wasn't referencing specific movie points, did progress his argument quite a lot. So I'm going to go with Kyle.
Mm-hmm. I also am giving my point to Kyle today because he did argue the point better, which is the point of the game. But man, if I could give style points to Andrew, 100 billion.
Absolutely.
Like, I wonder what you're doing. I was like,
on
where's
myself
he going?
I would have had to instantly give it to you if you would have tattooed it, like actually tattooed it onto your skin. You would have won at that point.
I just want to know how he's going to explain it to his coworkers tomorrow. All right.
We'll find out.
All right. Now we've got... Oh, sorry. Adam and Tanner. You're still this reality TV show contestant. You kicked out early and you can't tell anything about the show at all. Can you keep a secret about it? Tanner, your first crew is crew from Get Out.
Ooh.
Adam, you get The Others. Okay, Tanner, your second group. Your other group is Cabin in the Woods. And then Adam, your second group is The Prestige. Can't wait to see how this one rolls out. Gets led out by Tanner.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So no big deal because anybody that's involved in a game show with Cabin in the Woods doesn't know they're on a game show. So they're not going to be able to spoil anything. And if you get kicked out from that game show, you're probably not going to be able to spoil anything at all ever again. So there's that. Looking at Get Out, really not an issue on that front either, because when you're looking at it, if they're running a game show from that house, you're again probably not going to know much of what's going on, and you're not going to be able to say much. Both movies center around secrets. It's fantastic. It's perfect. It is literally the perfect game show if you're a sadistic psychopath, which most people who would enjoy those movies would be. So focusing back in on Cabin in the Woods, we literally have an organization that centers around filming people without them knowing it and manipulating the outcomes. There is no way anybody's going to figure it out. They literally... Adam!
So, here we are. In the grand scheme of things, we've got two magicians that are inside of a house. What kind of a house? It is an old Victorian era house. Now, these two, they are evenly matched, but they are both trying to become prestige. David Bowie, how do you feel? Well, and I can't do accents at all. I tried, I'm not gonna. I feel like we've done really, really well. I've heard voices. I can pull rabbits out of a hat. Other guy, what about you? Other magician guy, who I want to say is Christian Bale, but I have no idea. I can almost do cutting a woman in half. So I don't know how they feel about it. Then more voices in this damn house.
Tanner, I'm not really sure what the game show you're going with there was. I'm also not sure if they knew they were on a game show to begin with. So I'm not really sure what the argument is. I can't really talk to your point there, so I'll just keep going with mine. So the viewers of the show that we would have for Cabin in the Woods, right, are literal... they control a lot of things. We'll just say that. So they are going to be able to really keep everybody hushed, right? There's going to be nobody that's able to say anything by the end of this movie. Pretty safe to say if you've ever seen Cabin in the Woods. Honestly, I'm still stuck up on the prestige argument. I'm trying to figure out what your goal was there with even bringing them up. Are they on a game show? I'm missing something there.
We're on a game show inside the house. Now, let's go back to the David Bowie guy. David Bowie guy, how do you feel? What? Oh yeah. I was in the house, and yeah, we were in that house, and that thing. Well, let's go check with the other guy, who I believe is Christian Bale. Yeah, so there was this the idol game thing we played, and it went really, really well. I have a really good feeling about how I'm gonna stay in this house. David Bowie on the other... Well, David Bowie did really, really well. Let's go back to him. Oh, we're still talking. I lost. I went home.
That's great this round.
I'll go first. Adam, you did lose. I give my point to Tanner because I have no idea what the hell Adam was talking about. And it was the same tactic he'd used for every other argument he's made tonight. And so I don't remember what he said in this round versus any of the others.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm sponsored by Gugan. Not really. But, Adam, I will give you the point if you can tell me, without looking it up, the character that David Bowie played.
I know he's a magician. I saw that thing once. Couldn't even tell.
Tanner?
Is it Houdini?
Nikola Tesla.
Tanner got my point.
Oh, go!
Good job.
Come on, all you had to say was Tesla, man. Tesla. No, good. You did a good job in the first half, but you just like Kyle said, you just kind of wore off there. I got to give it to Tanner, especially when I made that thing and he just jumped at who was. Hey, look, it is coming off. I'm going to smell orange fresh for the rest of the week. But yeah, I got to give it to Tanner. Definitely on that one, but much better argument to clean yourself with. I mean, to argue your point.
All right. Mine goes to Adam. I totally got where he's going. He was trying to say that the game show that they've been kicked off of was the Big Brother house. So he kept on saying the house. I know where he was going with it.
I got that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
See, and I just kept thinking, are we talking about the Tommy Wiseau movie? Because that was the cabin.
It was the room.
That was the room.
It's all the same.
You didn't see that either.
No, it's true. I didn't.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Kyle, you crack me up so much. I'm scoring the round so I can have it all put together here for see who's playing in our finals here.
I believe it's Kyle and Tanner.
No, Kyle got 1 point.
Let's go, Kyle. Let's go.
Kyle has seen exactly one movie that Kyle has had to argue tonight. And it was probably 15 years ago. No.
All right, in our finals is Adam and Tanner. All right, you have a new scenario. You both have access to Grandma's secret recipe, and it shouldn't get out. Make up whatever food you want for it to be. Okay. Your two casts are Adam. Your first is Citizen Kane. Tanner, you've got the Orient Express.
Okay.
Adam, you also have 12 Monkeys. And Tanner, you've got 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Okay.
And it appears that Adam is leading us out for this final round. Do your darndest.
So, I remember back in the day when Grandma used to make her bread. It was so decadent, so soft, so buttery, so crisp. I just remember Rosebud had nothing to do with her bread. And I would just think about it late at night. Into a different universe with 12 separate monkeys in it who all want bread, but they cannot have it. Rosebud. It should be Rosemary. She had rosemary in her bread, yes. But I shouldn't tell you that, and I will not tell you the rest. Because it is a long secret held so dear.
Tanner!
Thank you for coming here today. Somebody killed Grandma in pursuit of her cookie recipe. Now all the relatives have been gathered here in my underground bunker as we deliberate this. Pay no attention to what's going on above ground. That's a secret. Grandma's cookie recipe has long been a favorite in the family, and I could see why somebody would want to kill her over it. Now, was it Emily, Daisy, Arnold? We have several people gathered here, all with due reason. So let's look at the facts. With all three of our suspects, they all had knowledge of the recipe. They all knew the victim, and they all had reason to kill her. Now, the twist is every single one of them loved the cookies, and every single one of them had a hand in this atrocious... I'm out of time.
Adam!
James Cole is sent back in time to find out the secrets of Grandma's secret recipe. He's only got so much time to get through and find out how you can change the world with just one recipe of grains, butter, milk, and such things. but what goes in it? One word just keeps coming to mind. Rosemary. Rosemary. That is what he had to go back on. That is what they sent him back from the future with. So he has to go back and find out the secret of Grandma's bread. Before the time runs out. Because, you see, other people are also after Grandma's bread recipe, and only James can figure it out. What will happen? What will happen? I'll tell you what happens. James will be victorious and go back to 2020, that year, and he will make Grandma's bread and save the United States of America.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. While Adam was talking, Aaron, one of our murder suspects, tried to leave the bunker. After I told him not to, I had to shoot him dead. So he is no longer a contestant. But on his body, I found the murder weapon. You would think this would wrap it up, that we would know who killed Grandma for her recipe, but we can't let this get out. So we need to be sure that he was the only one that found it. So let's focus back in on Emily and Daisy, our last two suspects. As we interrogate them, as we pull information out, we find that their stories contradict each other. Is there some sort of tie? Are they both connected to the murder of Grandma? Do they both know the recipe? Can they ever leave this bunker? Can I trust them out in the world? I think not. And here is why. As I focus in on Daisy, I see that she had more motive than anybody. She knew that Grandma would never give her the recipe because she doesn't know how to bake. And then I'm out of time.
All right, let's name a champion. It's gonna be hard. Kyle.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What kind of cookies and what kind of bread? It matters. I'm very fat.
So Grandma's cookies were very traditionally chocolate chip. Unfortunately, that's the best I can do. She was from a different time, but it was the original chocolate chip cookie.
I mean, grandmas are grandmas, man. They're not going to come out with like some banana nut bread. I'm talking about straight up white bread. Like, that's the stuff that she's going to make, and you're going to put butter on that, and you're going to toast it, and you're going to love it.
So Phoebe's grandma made the best chocolate chip cookies ever. They're made by Nestle Toulouse on Friends.
That reference.
Yes, so I'm going to go with cookies and Tanner.
Balls.
I've waited a long time to be able to actually use this into a thing. I have a question. What does God need with a spaceship? Tanner, I have a question, and your point is going to decide on this answer. Did you actually just keep running out of time?
So the first time I tried to set it up so that it ended with a cliffhanger. And then the second time I actually did run out of time. But the first time was very calculated.
Ouch. Oh man, this is a hard one. I feel Adam used his time better. I also got to give props because I feel like he just read the description for 12 Monkeys off of IMDb and then just replaced words. But he said it's white bread and not sourdough.
The carbs matter.
They do. We're both sad. Don't put healthy crap in here, and I don't want Wonder Bread. Come on. I got to give it to Adam. The time management on that one, dude, it really does boil down to for me on that. And also, I want to make Jen make the deciding vote.
Yeah, thanks a lot. No, I had already made my decision anyway, so I was hoping it was going to go this way. I felt like Tanner, from the first sentence, somehow got in that one sentence all the reasons why by giving a dead grandma, totally tying in every single movie aspect is the reason why it was going to be part of the storyline, and then stuck with that story. It was like a script being laid out in the first sentence and then was played through for the rest of the time. It was masterful. So, Tanner, you are our champion.
Thank you.
Woohoo! Perfect. All right. Thank you guys so much. We will be back soon next week with another episode of Nerdcular Warfare. Bye, y'all. So if you watched this show and thought to yourself, I could argue better than any of those folks, I can take home the prize, or at least I want to try real hard, you should totally get in touch with us. There's information on the screen now to allow you to sign up to be part of this fun thing that we shoot every single week. So you can win prizes and or just go for glory of saying you know more than anybody else, or at least can argue your way out of anything. All right, everybody, thank you for joining us for this episode. We'll see you guys next time for another Nercular Warfare.